everybody. So we're back. This is my mom. This is Bobby. A lot of people, you've heard her on some other videos, and a lot of people have asked me about showing her house. As you can see in the background, I'm at her house right now. It's a lot of old stuff. So we decided to change things up a little bit this week. I mean, because our world is all changed as of right now, so we're just going to do something a little bit different. I don't have a thredup box for you this week. I have some coming, but I don't have one right now. So this is just going to kind of be, it's not a day in the life. It's just a day at my mom's, I guess. So I did bring a few things that I have been sourcing this week. So I know I have a whole lot of y'all that are new to my channel because as you know, I hit 100 subscribers. I don't even know how long ago it was now. It was a couple of weeks ago. And I posted about it on Instagram because I'm going to be doing a giveaway. And so I gained a whole lot of y'all from that. So welcome to everybody. And what I'm going to be giving away, I'll tell you real quick, because if you haven't entered yet, you need to go to Instagram. You need to follow me there. You need to like that post, and then you need to make sure that you're subscribed to the channel. So that's the 3 things that you have to do in order to be entered to win. The drawing is going to be on April 1st. So you have through the 31st at midnight in order to enter. And what it's going to be for is a Newer, is the brand name, light kit, ring light kit. That's what I use for all my videos, and I really like it. And I know most everybody that is watching is a thrifter, or you do YouTube in some capacity. So I thought this would be a good first thing to give away, because as you know, when you hit 100, that's the first time you do a giveaway. So go ahead and do those things, and welcome to everybody else. So if you're new, then this channel is mostly all about thrifting, but it's ever evolving. When I first did the very first video, I had no clue how to even make a video. I was extremely nervous. I felt like I couldn't breathe the whole entire time. Well, that's got way better. Now I'm not scared of y'all.
Right now?
Probably like you can't take a deep breath. And I don't know what causes that, but I've talked to other people that do videos, and they said they felt exactly the same way. So I know that I'm not that odd. So today is March 20th, 2020. And as you all are probably experiencing the same things we are basically quarantined in our homes. We can go to families' houses, but pretty much they're recommending that you don't go anywhere else. So we're all kind of going just a little bit stir crazy. That means we haven't got to go thrifting as much as we would like. And that's just for your safety and everybody else's safety too as well. But with that being said, some thrift stores are still open, but there's a lot that are not. Like my whole spring break got ruined with this. Not that I know there's much bigger problems, so it's not that big of a deal. But it is, I had big plans, and I talked about it. You know, I was going to go to Houston. I was going to go to the Bends. We already had plans to go several times. But unfortunately, I was not able to do that. And the first reason was because, you know, I'm a student and I'm in nursing school. So not just because of it being nursing school, but a lot of the students were told the same thing. You know, you don't need to go outside of your town to travel because that's how the virus can get around. But being in nursing school, we go to hospitals to do our clinicals, and they forbid us to leave from our town and go far away, like Houston is 2 hours from me, because if I did that, then I couldn't come to clinicals after that. And I'm not one of those. I am a risk taker, but not that much. I worked too long and too hard to get into the nursing program to risk something happening and me not being able to finish. So we haven't been able to thrift, and on Instagram it's been fired up like crazy with a lot of my thrifting friends who are all stuck in their homes as well. They haven't been able to thrift, so pretty much we're all having to kind of think quickly, like what can we do to still make money during this time. Thankfully, I am in healthcare. I'm already a nurse, so I work at the hospital, so I always have a job. But there's a lot of you that I know that you do thrifting 100% of the time, like that is your job. So I know that people are probably freaking out just a little bit thinking, oh my gosh, I don't know what I'm going to do, because, I mean, the Posh sales, at least for me, have dropped off drastically, and I haven't done anything any differently. The only thing I have done differently is I have not listed nearly like I should, and that's just because all this stuff has me in a funk, and I have not felt like it. But, so that does play a part in you still making sales, is listing. But I decided to kind of think outside the box because I wasn't going to be able to source for a while. Now, mind you, I have a death pile just like anybody else does. I have plenty of things that I could list, but I have not wanted to mess with those things. I would like to go buy something else. So I started doing some sourcing online because I sent my first box into the Real, and I sent my first box into thredup. And I can already tell you, I am way more impressed with the Real than I am with thredup. Now, I will always buy their rescue boxes. I love doing those. But as far as me selling on there, I have either done something wrong or I'm just not impressed, because they started loading everything today, and the prices that I saw them put on the things, I was not happy at all. So it doesn't matter. I didn't send the very best. I made sure it was all good items, but it doesn't make me want to send the very best things that I have, because then I feel like it's just going to go for nothing. So if I decide to send to them again, it won't be my best stuff. I will send that to the Real, because they've already started loading some of my items and the prices were way better on there. So anyway, that's just free for y'all. If you've thought about doing that, that's just some things I've noticed so far. So I started sourcing to send to the Real specifically because, you know, they really want major designer items. So a couple of things, and my mom's going to hand them to me so I can show you. One of the things that sells really, really good on the Real is Stuart Weitzman, specifically shoes. You know, they make other things as well. So I bought these off of Posh. Somebody had them really cheap, and I did a bundle deal. I got something else along with it that I was going to put just in my regular closet. And I want to say I paid like $13 for like an Anthropology shirt and these. And I will send these to the Real. And they were like in really good condition, 7.5, so it's a good size. The next thing I bought, I also got in a bundle. I don't remember what else. I did a bundle because I figured you can, really you come out cheaper, because the other thing that I got in the bundle, I can sell to kind of replace what I paid for these. I don't remember what my package price on these, but these were just a little pair of Prada wedges. I bought these also on Posh. Did I buy these on Posh?
Yes.
Yes, I did buy these on Posh. They're really cute. They say Prada on the side. They're in good condition. And I didn't pay much, so I'm going to send these to the Real as well. And these are a 7. And then another brand that sells really good on there is Oscar de la Renta. Not the O, like Oscar the O. It's got the red O. That one is the lower end brand. So that is not one that they will accept or that you will get much for. So in one of those bundles that I bought, I got this little skirt. And I didn't even realize it was new with tags until we just got it. So that's what it looks like. It just says Oscar. It says Oscar de la Renta, actually. You know what? Maybe that is the O one. I don't know. This might be the O one. I don't know. If it is,
it cost a whole lot of money for that.
It was $200 originally. It may be the O one. If it is, it doesn't matter. I'm going to send it anyway and see if they take it.
Well, I would be telling them, oh, that is too much money.
I think that's the wrong one, but maybe I'm wrong. Because I thought it was a red O. Oh, well. And then I bought this the other day at our local thrift shop. It's a Magashoni sweater. It's like a linen and silk blend. It's got, I forgot what these are called, but these dolman sleeves, I think. So I'll send that one in as well. And then the other thing that I sourced, I did not get from Poshmark. I bought it off of Depop, which I sell a few things on there every now and then. And
here, I'm going to be Vanna White.
Turn it the other way because that's where the logo is. As you can see, it's a vintage Gucci bag. It's like from the 70s. It's not a new style at all. And it's just a little, it's one of the Gucci accessory collections. It's got the red and green handle. And as you can see right there, you'll see the GG. It's got a little bit of the piping showing right at the top, but not bad.
Nothing's
the bottom. It's really, it looks pretty good. And then it's canvas. It's a coated canvas. That's the inside. It looks pretty good. On the inside right here, you'll see where it says Gucci Accessory Collection made in Italy. So I don't know exactly what I'm going to do with this one yet. I had originally bought it because I was going to send it to the Real, but I probably will never find another one of these that I could afford in my lifetime. So I'm probably going to keep this one.
Well, and Mother's Day is coming up.
I like it, so... I've still been trying to make money at home. One of my previous videos, I showed you guys where I went to Dirt Cheap. You know, that's like a little discount store that has mostly Target items in it. And I bought a bunch of Lily Pulitzer for Target and ModCloth dresses. Well, So what I did this yesterday. Well, first of all, let me backtrack just a little bit. So the first way I made money was Friday after school. So remember, all this stuff had started Friday. So I was already kind of thinking about what was going to happen if Posh got slow. And it really hadn't got slow yet because it had just started. So we still had class even though a lot of the other schools were closed. We had class on Friday. So me and my friend went to Goodwill in Carthage, Texas. And I bought a backpack. It was a very nice backpack. I never even go look in the backpacks actually, but I have heard before people say, okay, if you don't check the backpack section, you need to, because sometimes there can be regular handbags back there that are good bags.
People hide stuff.
So I went, and it's at the back of the store. It's kind of dark, kind of dingy. And there was a backpack, and it just looked super well made. I just knew it was really well made, and I knew it was probably something good. So I quickly looked online while I was there with the very limited internet that they have. And I saw that they were originally like in the $200 range. So I thought, oh, okay, well, maybe I can get like $100 for it. It was $19.99. So I came home. Brand was Tom Bin, like Bihn. And apparently they make a lot of like hiking backpacks and for luggage and things like that. But they're really popular with those people that like that specific brand. It's kind of like they have a specific following. Just like people who like Kate Spade or who like Gucci, they follow that specific brand and they're crazy about it and they like it. So I decided to look on Facebook to see if there was a buy sell trade group for that brand. And indeed there was. So a buy sell trade group is a group of people specifically on Facebook. It can be in other places, but the most common place is Facebook. And it is a group of people that have all gathered to buy, sell, or trade one specific brand or item. For instance, if you liked old quilts, or you liked antiques basically, or you liked anthropology, there's one for them. There's one for Tory Burch. There's one for ModCloth. And there's one for this one as well. And there's a bunch of other brands. I mean, pretty much any brand. So if you had something at home that you thought, well, gosh, this is worth a lot of money and I've never been able to sell it, look and see if there's a buy sell trade group for that brand. Usually there's a requirement where you have to apply to get into the group. It's not a big deal. You're not giving your life away. All you do is usually answer 3 questions and it says, did you read our rules? Make sure that if you offer something for sale that you don't use stock pictures, and you do have to be able to accept PayPal to sell on there. So I asked to join the group. I got accepted right away. And so I listed the bag and put on there, because it came with like 2 accessories, and I listed the bag. And when I listed it, I said, hey, I don't know a lot about this brand. I bought this. I see that you guys all collect this, and I'm interested in finding out more information because I would like to sell it. I'm a college student. I'm trying to make some money on it. So I didn't lie, oh, my great grandma gave me this. No, I told them I bought this to resell, and I know that this is something you guys like. So can someone give me some information about it? Because it was a retired style and color. Well, right away, people started commenting on there, and this one lady was like, hey, she said, I found that specific one. She said, in fact, a couple of weeks ago, I bought the same exact one, and I paid $250 for it on this buy sell trade group. So I was like, okay. I said, well, it has these other 2 accessories with it. And so what do you think I need to ask for it with those 2 accessories? Like, what would be a good price? Because remember, I paid $20, so I was just trying to make some money off of it. But I knew, okay, if she already made $250 off of it, then I really need $250 because that only makes sense. Because this one looked like it was brand new, like it had never been used. So I told her, I said, do you feel like if I were to say I wanted $300 for it, for everything, would that be a good deal? And she said, oh yeah. Well, actually, she was still trying to find some other ones for me. But in the meantime, while I was waiting for her to say yes, it would be a good deal or not, 3 people had messaged me on instant message on Facebook. And a guy asked me, hey, how much do you want for it? And I said, well, I'm still trying to decide. I said, like I said in my post, I wasn't exactly sure what this was. But I said, how about $300 plus shipping? So $310. I'll sell it to you for $310 for everything. And I didn't know if he was going to say yes or not. I really didn't know. And he right away said, yep, okay, I'll take it. What's the PayPal email address? And within just a few minutes, I had already sold it. Just like that. So from $20 to $300, and I didn't pay any fees because the buy sell trade groups, they don't have any fees associated with them. So I saved myself that 20% that I would have had to pay to Poshmark. Not that I mind, you know, that's fine that they do a fee, but there are times that you come out wiser if you can figure out somewhere else to sell it, especially if it's a big ticket item. So that was the first item that I sold for the week that I made money on. So then Posh starts slowing down after that. And, you know, I'm sharing and doing everything that I normally do and not seeing much in return. So I thought, uh-oh, this is not looking good. So, you know, I'm probably going to have to go to work on Monday and Tuesday on my spring break, and I don't want to. You know, especially not in the middle of all this stuff. I don't want to go if I don't have to. But I thought about it, and I thought, okay, so I've sold one thing through the buy sell trade group. And just to let you know, that was the first time I had ever joined a group and the first time I've ever sold anything on there. But I knew about them. I just had never used that as an avenue of income. So then I thought, okay, so now I have all this Lily stuff, which it's listed through Posh, and all this ModCloth stuff. So now I'm going to see if there's a group for them, because maybe I can sell some stuff through them. So sure enough, I found a couple of the groups. There was actually more than one for the Lily Pulitzer stuff. I requested to join them, and I did the ModCloth when I got accepted. It's pretty quick. Sometimes it takes an hour or so, but most of the time it's pretty quick. And I decided what I did first when I joined the group, especially for the other one, I just had one item. These I had multiple items that I was going to list. So I kind of needed to know, okay, well, what are their rules for listing multiples? And, you know, is it so many a day? How do I do this? So what I did first is I used their search tool engine, and I searched for Lily for Target so I could see, okay, has things been selling recently? How often do these people post? I mean, do they only come on here once a week? Because if so, I might not want to spend my time doing that. So I looked, and sure enough, there were some that had sold, like recently. So I decided, okay, well, I'm going to just go ahead and list them all, and we'll see what happens. So I listed all of the ones. I got them all out of my bin so that I could see what sizes I had and what styles I had. And I already had them listed on Posh, so I knew the style names, and I already had pictures. So I got on there and listed all of them according to the sizes. And I mean, immediately, so that was yesterday, last night. I immediately sold, okay, so in total, I sold 11 dresses. But I sold 3 of them, I think. No, I sold 2 of them today. So that means I sold 9 last night. And I just did a flat fee of $25 per dress, which would include the shipping that I would pay for once they paid. And I just started selling them just like that. I mean, before I knew it, I had sold those 9, and there was 2 more. And then this morning, and I had already gotten paid for them and everything. So then this morning, I already had them packaged up. In fact, I took theirs yesterday when they paid for them. And then today when I got up, I had some more comments on the other ones that were left. I sold both of those, got those packaged. So then I thought, okay, well, what else do I have I can sell on a group? So in my death pile, I had bought 3 pairs of Lululemon shorts. I don't even know how long ago it was. It was a while back because it was in one of my videos. And I paid like, I don't know, $4.99 a pair or something for them. And I was going to list them on Posh, but you have to know the style name and all that stuff. So that's why I have never messed with it. So I looked on there today and I thought, okay, this was before I came to your house actually.
Oh.
So I looked it up, joined me a Lululemon group real quick. All my kids, they're all watching videos, everything else, because there's nothing else to do. So on my table, it was some ghetto pictures even. I just put it on my table, took a picture of each pair of shorts, loaded it on there. And I said, I want $25 a pair for these. And they were all the same size. And that will include the shipping. So people started right away responding. Well, right away again, a lady sent me a message on Messenger and said, hey, what would you take for all of them? So I was like, well, I was trying to think what would be a good deal for all of them. So I told her, I said, well, I'll do $85 and I'll pay for the shipping. And she said, well, could you do $80? And I was like, I sure could. So I took that. I went on there, got back on the post. I said, sale pending. I sent her the thing through PayPal, the request for money for $80. She immediately paid. And then I went back to that post and put sold on it. And that was all she wrote. And I sent those out before I came over here. So,
well, did that have
was quick
anything
money.
to do with the surgical mask I tried to make you sew?
No, I just was trying to find something to. Yeah, my mom had this bright idea. She wanted us to make surgical masks because there's such a great need for it, which there is. I would rather spend money and buy them some from somewhere. I don't want to sew anything. So, but I also, so that's basically what I've been doing to make money for this week. And so I've thought outside the box of Poshmark or eBay if that's what you do. I have sold some things on Mercari, but I mean, the primary source of my income is Poshmark. And right now, that has tanked, and it's just because of the times that we're in, and that's okay. It will pick up. Don't start trying to sell out your closet and say I'm closing down shop and all that stuff unless you just hate it. If you really like selling on there, then don't do that. That's foolish. This time will pass. There's ups and downs of all businesses, no matter whether you have a brick and mortar business or whether you sell online. This is normal. Now, the virus thing ain't normal, but it will pass one of these days. I don't know when, but it will. So that's really what I would encourage you guys to do for the next couple of weeks till all this blows over. Look around your house. If you can't go sourcing, look around. See what you've got. See what, you know, there's got to be things in your own closet. Because remember, that's kind of how Poshmark started. Was the idea was you went to your closet, which is why it's called your closet, and you found things that you already had first, and you listed those for other people to buy. But then, of course, it's turned into a business for a lot of people. But just go back to your roots. Go look in your own stuff first. Source from yourself. And see what you bought that you thought you were going to wear that you've never worn. And list those things. And then think outside the box. If you can sell on a buy-sell trade group, try it. I mean it. You will make some money that way. So that's pretty much all as far as the reselling part. I showed you my little bit of goodies that I have. The next part is the part that was requested by several people. Every video, they've asked me about my mom's house because she has been an antique dealer for how long?
Since you were 2, so if you want to tell how old
So,
you are.
A long time.
Over 40 years.
Right.
We'll just say
So,
that.
That's how long she's done it. She doesn't buy and sell much anymore as far as the antiques. Now she pretty much just collects. And a lot of these things, I mean, she's had this stuff for years. I mean, and of course she'll still, if she goes out thrifting or whatever, she'll look for something to add to her collections. But she doesn't do that as her source of income anymore. This is more just because this is things that she likes. This is her hobby. She likes this stuff. And a lot of people think it's interesting because it's probably things you've never even seen before. It kind of looks like a museum. We're not going to show you everything. I mean, because this was kind of just on the fly. I mean, to keep us occupied and because you guys asked for it. So I have never done this part before where I turn the camera around and I'm showing you guys this stuff. So you won't see me then. I'm just going to be talking. She's going to be talking. But we'll try to keep it short and sweet so it's not too long. Don't stop here. You'll see the next part in a little bit. Okay, so we're fixing to get started. So this first room is my mom's living room. And I'll kind of show you around that part. So I got to figure out how to turn the camera around now, Mom. Ooh, hold on a second. So this is the front door. Now remember, a lot of the things in her house are old. She likes that they have character, so it's not like a perfect antique. A lot of things she lets them have their flaws and that kind of stuff just because that's better that way. So this is her front door. I think it's got initials or something on the door. Right as you go through the front door. Here, let me just do a whole panoramic view real quick. There's a part she doesn't want me to show you, but this is right inside the front door. There's one room that's kind of messy, so we're not going to show that. It's got stuff stored in it. So this is her living room. She's standing right there. Mom, quit running. Okay, scoot over. This is, I'll just walk them around real quick and then we'll go. As you can see, this is my light. The one you guys win will look just like that. I just left it set up because it shows more light. Old houses usually are very dark, so I was afraid you wouldn't be able to see. This is still the living room, and I'll kind of show you each thing in just a second. That's the couch, and there's that. Okay, so whole view of it. Now, this right here is, it's just, what is it called, Mom? What is that? Just a china cabinet, I guess? No, or what is it?
It's the top of a field desk from a plantation.
What that thing is? The deal up top?
With the cubby holes, yes.
All right. And so up in here, I'll kind of, I don't know why that Target thing is in there.
Because Randy stuck it there.
Otherwise, so she collects these little things like this, like little stoneware pieces. Anything sewing related. That's why she wanted to sew something. She collects baskets. Oh, she also loves hearts. So all this stuff is super old. You might see something random in here. A lot of stuff she makes, like she made that. That's called a what, Mom?
It's a
like a make-do thing. It's a make-do pin cushion. Those are hat boxes. They're not, she made those. See a little tiny chair. I'll show you some more chairs in a little bit. See, this is like vintage. I can't even tell you everything that's in there, to be honest with you, because there's so much of it. See this thing down here? See, it says Coats and Clarks, and it says cotton silk. That would have held thread in some kind of capacity, like in a store. Yeah. What else? So this is a chair she's gonna do a project on. Over there, that's not stuff you want to show them. She collects little tiny scissors. This is just an old chair. See, there's a big cabinet right here. And then this is just some little rocks. They're mostly all like heart shaped. See, the book says something about hearts because our family collects hearts. There's a old wagon up there. There's some Crocs. What else? There's a piece of stained glass. Some old scary pictures or paintings. More baskets. Those down there are quilts or coverlets with old blue fabric on them. She likes that kind of stuff. I hope you guys are liking this because I don't know exactly what you wanted to see. She also likes samplers. So some of these we made as kids or teenagers, I guess. She would have us make them and make them look old because she likes that kind of stuff. That's pewter stuff. Those are old teddy bears.
We made the cabinet.
Some of those. Oh, yeah, they did make the cabinet.
Ray helped us put the finish on it.
There's old baskets again. That's old baskets with a shelf. Okay, let me show them this part.
Show them this piece that came out of the bank.
This is a old, what is that, Mom?
Teller's
A baby buggy or what is that
yeah,
thing?
that's a Victorian.
Yeah, a Victorian baby buggy. Of course, it's not all there. That's, Mom, what's that thing called with the shells on it? That's something popular that a lot of they're worth money.
It's shell art.
Shell art is what it's called. Yeah,
yes.
That's what I was trying to think of. This is just like a little thing that she put together with hearts on it. I don't even know what. There's pocket watches. Her name's Bobby, so you'll see bees all over the house. There's a little tiny piano. This is like a little tiny kid's ice cream chair.
Actually, that's Dustin's chair.
Oh, is it? There's a little... I'm trying to not show you that other room. I'm not really going to talk about every single thing. I'll just kind of show you. All right, so don't get dizzy. I'm going to go slow.
Take your Dramamine. You'll be fine.
All right, so there's some samplers. So let me stand back over here. So this is the chairs that you just saw in the first part of the video. That's in front of an old mantle. They made a modern day, what is that thing called? Like a heater or whatever.
Right.
So it's electric.
An electric fireplace.
So that's old oil lamps. We don't actually use them, but
she
wanted me to show you this part. This thing here is a big old monstrosity. See how it's a wire looking thing. So Mom, where did this come from?
It came out of a bank in Carthage, Texas, and it is the teller cage. And
right.
if you can believe
See how it says?
The bookkeeper on the end, that little gate right there locks. And that's what kept your money secure.
That's neat. This is just a little old chair. Little tiny something. What is this? A little love seat. This is, I'm trying to see if there's something interesting they would like. There's little old dolls. Some of these, especially this one right here, my daughter played with. She's what, 24 now? She played with that one all the time whenever she was a little girl. This is just like little old miniature toy stuff. I always like that kind of stuff.
And the little baskets.
All right, so here is her couch. I guess this is just a little table that's on the front of there. See, there's a heart-shaped cutting board that her husband made her because she likes that kind of stuff. There's some wooden pencils. I gave her those for Christmas, right? Yep. There's a cow picture. There's that stuff. What else, Mom? I showed them this.
The German spice.
See, there's hearts. You'll see hearts. There's her glasses.
And they're not hearts.
Mom, what's this thing called up here?
It's a spice cabinet.
It's a spice cabinet. I don't know what those words say, but there's something in German.
They're German.
There's some more pewter stuff. See, there's a little bitty, teeny tiny. Didn't I give you that, Mom?
Yeah. Coffee grinder.
I don't know where I even got that from. I always bring her stuff like that I know that she'll like, and I love if I find it cheap. This is a big old huge cabinet that I'm glad I didn't have to help move. This is a big old stack of trunks, which is really cool. Now, all these little chairs right here, all these are my mom's grandkids' chairs. They're all big now. What's the youngest grandkid, Mom?
They're 14, Jeremiah.
So, is that everybody's or no? Yes. Or is there one missing?
No. There's 7 of them.
So we have pictures of each one of the kids in those little chairs.
Yeah, that's every one of them.
Of course, they're all big now, but
Yeah, they're all grown up.
this is a little spice tin thing that I gave her for Christmas. She collects stoneware, so you'll see stoneware pictures everywhere. All right, so that's pretty much, that's the living room. All right, so I'm gonna hit pause and we'll go to I'm in her kitchen. I can't show you the whole thing because we weren't prepared and ready for that today, so I'll show you part of it and part of her laundry room. On another day, we'll take you on another tour. This is just like she collects these little tiny stoves. They're all old. One of these I found with my grandparents a long time ago. I don't even remember which one it was. Probably the big one.
And
right?
if you
Or
notice, there's 3 of a lot of things because I had 3 little girls that would fight. If
and this is
everybody
just
didn't get one.
this is some more of that stoneware stuff that I was showing you earlier. She collects little kids rolling pins. The kids all played with that stuff.
Boards. Yeah, they've played with everything in here.
Right. This is, I don't know, Mom, what's that thing?
Oh, that's a dough box.
A dough box with a bunch of rolling pins in it. That's a chocolate mold. What else? Over to the left over here that I'm not showing y'all is her laundry room. And she didn't have time to get prepared for all that, so we won't show that yet. Those are baking cans, like the Calumet baking cans. She collects those. This is my dad built this a long time ago, right?
For Brianna.
Yeah, for my oldest daughter, this little blue hutch looking thing. He built that out of old boards.
One in the living room, a small version.
And so all the kids played with that as they grew up, pretty much, right?
And if Coca-Cola
I don't know why that
wants
Coke
us
was there. I
to,
forgot about that.
if that
Endorsement.
Yeah, if they want to send us
Right.
some money and these little rack people,
I don't
they
know
can
what that is.
send us
This
some
is just a
stuff.
cabinet of some kind. It's like a butcher block. Little tiny chair. She likes old painted stuff. This area over here is going to be hard for y'all to see because it's dark over here. But these are just all wooden bowls, you know, like dough bowls that they would have used back in the day.
The round blue thing is a churn, and that's what you would actually churn. But you could borrow that to churn the butter in if you want to.
Maybe. This is in her laundry room. I can't show you the whole thing, like I said. We weren't really prepared. We just did this on the fly. See, there's little bitty, teeny, tiny irons. I'm sure you've recognized a pattern. We like miniature stuff. I don't know why, but we've always liked that kind of stuff. There's little brooms. Some of this, okay, that's not old. Like I said, we didn't really prepare for this.
The
It's okay.
sampler is a copy
And
of
here
my
is
grandmother's
little tiny brooms.
apple cake recipe.
This is the boy bathroom, basically. We didn't do a whole lot in preparing for this either. I'm just basically going to show you the way she decorated it. Like, so that's old newspaper on the walls that they did. And this one, since it's a boy bathroom, it has a lot of like barbershop type vibes to it and barbershop stuff. See, they did all this themselves. Like, is that an old barber pole or what is it, Mom?
I bought that at Canton,
Yeah.
which is shut
Canton,
down.
Texas. Yeah, it's shut down right now. See, here's old shaving paraphernalia. What else?
The Prince Albert thing, the toilet paper deal.
Look,
belonged to
here's
Papa.
y'all's favorite, the toilet paper. That's not the real one they use. That one's just decorative, but.
But the tin on it.
So now we're going into the guest room. This is the doorway going in. See, there's like an old sampler on there. This is where they actually keep their TV, so it's hidden. Trying to see what else in here. There's all kinds of just different things above the doorway. There's some more old chairs. Those aren't the kids' chairs. It's just extra little ones that she's collected through the years. See, there's samplers again. That's hat boxes. This is old quilts. And if you're an antique dealer or you like antiques, you're probably freaking out about right now. Look at that. There's an old Goodwill tag from one of those things that we did not that long ago.
Oh, really?
It was one of our videos, Mom. There's old marbles. What
Those
else?
are old apothecary jars from a pharmacy.
Oh, yeah,
One of
that's
it's
cool.
for
See?
arsenic.
Yeah, see, those are old apothecary jars. See, that one said arsenic on it. Up there is little old tiny sewing machines. One of those is mine. That one up
On the
there is
end.
mine. Yeah. Y'all seen this room before because I did a video in here on this bed. It just had a different quilt on it at the time. That's just the old chandelier. This is a spinning wheel. An old wicker chair. Hopefully y'all aren't bored with all this stuff.
That
It's
spinning
definitely
wheel
old.
is called Humpty Dumpty because I dropped it and it flew into 1,000 pieces. And my friend Kathy painstakingly glued and nailed it back together. I was going to put it in the trash, and she wouldn't let me.
All right, so that's all in this room. See, this is her bathroom. So this is the girl bathroom. This is her sink, as you can tell, and it really works. See, that's like a heart bowl. I told you she likes hearts, so there's that. You can see me. Hey. This is her, whatever that thing is called, a jet tub or whatever. Ow! Something tried to break my leg. Sorry. There's a chandelier. There's another one. Mom, something tried to break my leg. It's still hurting.
Don't break your head.
Here, move. This thing's falling on me that you tried to keep it from showing.
Okay, we'll show them my ugly hair.
Oh, Jesus, help us. Okay. And then this is just the little cabinet that she stores like bathroom stuff in, right? Or no? Oh, what is all that? That's just
all my stuff.
just
this
stuff
is
that
where
she
I do
collects.
my
So these are
makeup
like
and
perfume
all jars.
bottles and jars and some of that stuff I've gave her. I recognize some of that. And then this is like where she does makeup and that kind of stuff. Okay, we'll take it. This is her, what she calls her dressing room, right? So what all is in here, Mom?
all my clothes, all my shoes, my handbags, my jewelry.
This is like an old cabinet. You can see some boxes up there. Those are most likely Brighton boxes because she likes Brighton purses. I don't know what that is. Probably just some kind of a...
It's like a bathrobe.
So this is all just like her regular closet stuff, which is not that exciting, but this is, I mean, it looks like it's out of a store, literally. There's the lamp. This is where she keeps all of her jewelry. Just different stuff. I see some Kendra.
I keep my handbags in there.
Like everything is like on display. She puts purses up there.
My goal is to have as many
She likes
sunglasses as
hats.
Elton John has.
See, it says, I gave you that sign, right? Once you can change your life. Or maybe I don't remember where
you
we
gave
got
it
that
to
from.
me.
Right? Okay. That's not the one. No, I don't think that's what I'm thinking of.
What?
Yes. That had all the hearts on it. You see, there's
No,
purses.
that has shoes and purses.
I just
on
gave
that
her
one.
this little purse the other day because I got it from the Goodwill bins in Houston, and I thought it was cute. She likes Brighton, so there's her Brighton purses. Look, there's all her shoes. She has shoe fetishes. See, this is what thrifters like to see. They're like, ooh, I would like to sell some of that stuff.
This is true. If it fits, buy it in every color.
That's right. See,
My
there's all
advice.
suitcases, and there's more purses again. So, pretty much, that's not everything of hers, but it's the majority of it. So we'll show you guys the other stuff the next time. All right, so we're sitting back down now. That was everything that we're able to show you right now. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Obviously, we didn't tell you about everything, where it came from, how much she paid, that kind of stuff. It's just because you guys asked to see her old house and you saw it. It's very interesting. I can show you more on another day. We just decided that this would be something fun to do today, and hopefully it'll provide some interesting content. So,
Well, thank
anything
you
you
for
wanna say?
joining us tonight, and I hope you enjoyed the tour of the house. And if you have any questions, Beth, I'm sure has a good answer for you.
I mean, if it's about old stuff, I'll have to ask her, pretty much. Not because she's old, but just because
Well,
she
I
knows
am
about all
old,
that stuff.
but that's
so.
okay.
So, but see, all this stuff was thrifted. Everything that we showed you, this has all been thrifted throughout the years. So that's why we felt like it was appropriate to do this kind of a tour, just because it does kind of fit in with the whole thrifted lifestyle. So thank you guys for watching. And as always, we'll see you next haul.